Over the last century, we've periodically seen evolutions in how and the environment from which we work. More recently, since the dot-com boom, digital has been chipping away at the old ways of working, as seen in the Silicon Valley model. The pandemic has merely accelerated this evolution, but this time on a global scale. And in the future, when we look back at this period, it will be noted as the moment the hybrid work revolution started. It is without doubt an exciting and equally challenging time to be navigating the workspace market. And so, the WorkSpace conference and showcase brought to you by Property Week seeks to unravel the opportunities and explore solutions to today's industry challenges. From the perspective of the owner, occupier, investor, developer, designer, and agent. Here's an agenda breakdown introducing the key talking points this conference will examine, starting with a keynote that explores how, in the face of the future of work being here, we can reset, rethink, and redesign our workplace strategies whilst avoiding horrible hybrids. We then take a look under the hood with global tech occupier Criteo on how they've re-examined their workspace requirements and how the changes they've made in real estate, from space taken to terms of lease, and rethinking their entire business model. They will also cover what's top of mind to a lot of occupiers, and that is, how do we attract employees back to the office, and what does success look like? It's real meaty stuff. We then hear a market outlook from Neil McLaughlin, partner at Knight Frank, giving us the latest insights into demand, occupancy levels in the UK, changes in density of desks, through to the osmosis of the office. Don't know what that is? Well, you have to attend the conference to find out why this is critically important for people and productivity. After a networking break and much needed face-to-face time, we head into a panel with speakers from Barings Bank, the Crown Estate, CBRE and Kinrise on who are the winners, losers and the ones to watch will be, all with an all-star panel. This session will dissect what this means for the world of office development and forward trends. We're seeing trends like the hotelification of offices, but what is affordable versus viable? What workspace models are working? And can the continued allure of clubhouse models generate business productivity and growth to support the UK economy? How are occupiers challenging lease lengths and commitments? And how is this affecting the evolution of this conversation? It's all pretty juicy content just right there. The pandemic has sowed the seeds for a workplace revolution with a renewed sense of focus on humanity, connection and enabling environments that enrich and include. Our next session focuses on designing for diversity with industry experts Simone Fenton-Jarvis and Ashley Skinner, exploring how workspace operators, designers, architects, developers and occupiers can encourage a human-centric approach and make spaces inclusive and collaborative, as well as how you define, measure and test this. After lunch, we head back in for a real highlight on this year's agenda, exploring category A+ buildings and flex workspaces versus the vast traditional middle. Michael Kovacs, founding partner at Castleforge, who will be moderating this session, refers to them as the workspace bookends, with Cat A+ on one end and the flex co-working space on the other, as they are the products in greatest demand in today's market. But what does that mean for the category B and C products in terms of investment? Repurposing this low quality stock and handling the costs associated with occupying this middle product. With a lot of interest by town planners to regenerate areas, is there opportunity to unlock value? Lots of questions to be answered here in this interesting session that attempts to leave no stone unturned. And of course, no workspace event will be complete without a spotlight on design. And this session gives us a whistle-stop tour of the top 5 design trends for the future workspace by expert Sarah Jane Osborne of Avision Young and Chief Workspace and Change Strategist Neil Usher, who adds the tech layer to this conversation. One topic I'm interested in as part of this conversation is there's huge demand for lounge, collaboration, multi-use spaces, but is this a fad or here to stay? Our final quarter finishes the conference with 2 unmissable sessions, kicking off with a peek into WPP Global Investment in making all their offices and campus workspaces designed to enable greater collaboration and encourage creativity. This session explores the build journey and how they sought to future-proof this work, sharing their lessons learned. I'm particularly interested to hear how they put culture and business purpose at the core of the workplace. The last session of the day will be considered by many as the top billing for the whole agenda. Our keynote C-suite panel closes the conference before we wrap up with a drinks reception. Featuring Weibo van Bergen, CEO and co-founder of Infinite Space. You may recognise the name, he was the former MD of WeWork. And of course, we've got Charlie Green, co-CEO and co-founder of the Office Group, plus a few more names to be announced shortly. This panel explores what's next for the flexible office market as demand grows, covering the big trends shaping the flex sector, investment opportunities and risks, the global competition landscape, what owners should prioritise, and strategies each of the C-suite are taking in their approach. Well, there you have it. It is the WorkSpace event of the season, and with the editorial backing of Property Week, we hope you can join us for this pragmatic conversation that will give you valuable key takeaways to support your business requirements for today and tomorrow. We'll see you there.